Greetings, oh people of the internet. I'm still playing Mass Effect 3 because it's a big game, and there's a lot of game to play. In the previous episode, we went to Thessia and watched Kai Lang run off with all of our information. So now, we're gonna go do something about Cerberus. Believe there's the Asari colony we were looking for. We're close by, so we'll go do that. Thessia just fell. Maybe we can save this colony even if we lost the whole world. I'm doing stuff. A little bit at a time. I've got fuel this time, too. Alright. Essos is an unpopular garden world with characteristics just outside the comfort zone of the Asari population. Gravity is a little too high, diseases a little too virulent, soil inhospitable for growing food. Further information is difficult to come by. The Asari government is uncharacteristically silent. Normally, a garden world settled so long ago would be highly populated, but little pollution can be seen. 0.8 AU, 0.8 years. Atmospheric pressure is 0.75. Temperatures 38 Celsius. Gravity is 1.23. Alright. What are we doing here? Because the Asari are involved. Bringing Jarvik and Liara. Again. And maybe there will actually be some interesting banter. I am not, bringing a big old sniper rifle. Ah! My upgrades have gotten good enough, I can go to a bigger, better gun. And still have my 200% recharge speed. Now, increase recharge speed by 50%. Increase damage to frozen targets by 15%. Weaken armored targets by 25%. Let's go with recharge speed, because that's the name of my game. And Shepard is now maximum. Barriers only, or health is 300. Barriers 750. Alright.
Did you get any information on the mission, Liara?
I did, and I now understand why High Command wanted to hide it. We're headed to an Ardat Monastery.
Ah! I remember this! I know where we're going.
Bond chose to be a killer. These Ardat isolated themselves to avoid that. But it doesn't mean they're harmless. Their urge to feed can be powerful. That's why High Command sent in commandos to investigate the monastery's distress zone.
What were the commander's orders?
If there was a chance the Ardat could break loose, the commandos were to purge the monastery.
Yes! Purge the heretics in the name of the Emperor.
Wrong game.
The Xenos are heretics and must be purged. We must send in the Ultramarines.
But your armor's not purple.
Neither are the Ultramarines.
I know.
They're blue.
So Liara's one?
No, she's an alien.
It's why they can never be free, and why they're such a great source of shame to the Asari. That's why High Command won't rest until this place is destroyed.
That's how you defeat the Reapers. Ultramarines. We just need a good old Warhammer 40k Mass Effect crossover. If they handled the Tyranids that keep saying eat, 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 repeat, they can handle the Reapers. We'll see what happens.
Don't assume anything. Maybe the Argent Yakshi set out for this festival. If the Asari want us to destroy this place, I'd like to know what happened.
Agreed. Once we give a report to High Command, they'll stop wasting lives here.
It's an interesting lateral shift. Guns up.
He said it was
Aha, I knew there would be loot.
Elevator disabled. To prevent entry or escape, I wonder.
Yes. It does both. Ah, a flashlight. Oh, we know that sound.
I hear something.
Stay sharp.
Hey, loot. Daily schedule. Wake up at 5:30. Breakfast until 6:15. Morning meditations from 6:15 until 8. The study period from 8 to 10. Chores from 10 to 12. The midday meal from 12 to 12:45. Classes from 12:45 to 5. Study period from 5 to 6. Supper from 6 to 7. Evening meditations from 7 to 8. Curfew at 10. Sounds like a good time. If you're examining a corpse, why do you turn the flashlight off? I know I'm supposed to be talking about the science inside science fiction, but this is either too hard or too easy to make fun of.
This monastery's out of the way. Reapers won't dart at the Yakshi. Anything useful?
A floor plan marked with the nav point location of a bomb. It's in some place called the Great Hall.
The commandos decided to purge this place.
Argent Yakshi or not, evacuating this place would have saved a lot of lives. There's no survivors listening to the Great Hall and set off that bomb.
Now, we don't know how many people are there, and in the context of the Reaper invasion, a lot of lives is very relative. Like, the entire galaxy is at risk. As Shepard said in the previous episode, trillions of lives are at stake. So if you're only saving 100 or 1,000, that's nothing. That's not even a drop in the bucket. That's one H2O molecule. They can be ignored. I know it's not nice, but as I said 5 minutes ago, cue the Warhammer 40k. Why are we even bothering with these people? We just exterminatus the planet from orbit to be sure, and move on. Turn the flashlight back off. Nope. No information.
Very good. I almost didn't hear you.
Samara?
It has been some time. You are a most welcome sight. The corruption here runs deep.
Ah, see, it is corrupted. It must be purged.
Just enough
Where are the Inquisitors?
for something special. You are
Do they at least wear red?
two of my daughters.
The Inquisitors? No, do not wear red.
Then they're not the Spanish Inquisition.
No, they're not the Spanish Inquisition.
The Reapers had already invested.
Does that mean you expect them?
The Inquisitors are constant and to be feared,
Yes, dear.
for they hold absolute power. No one can question an Inquisitor except another Inquisitor.
You met me hunting down your other Arhat Yakshi daughter. Are these ones just as dangerous?
Valera and Reaper have followed the Monastery's movements ever since they arrived. They've shown no inclination toward violence.
And you're here to save them.
They are my responsibility. And it's one that cannot be abandoned, even as our galaxy crumbles.
Let's go together. Maybe your daughters can tell us why the Reapers hit this place.
I mean, we already
I
know.
suspect they will have much to tell us. It has been centuries since the last saw.
Can you imagine? Centuries? You know, the Asari's 1,000-year lifespan. I almost said Italians, and I don't know why. I guess Asari are Italian now. The 1,000-year lifespan of an Asari in one temple.
Let's go.
The boredom and the knowledge. Things they will have discovered, the meditations they will have completed. Sad thing is, I know who to give that to. Wonder if that's her blood, and she just crawled over there.
An isolated fortress. The other Yakshi must have believed they were safe from the war.
They knew about it at all.
They learned.
I would say we need to make the Reapers pay, but I don't think they have the concept of pain or fear.
Another one.
Chill! Ouch. I was just gonna ask, Liara, why are you hiding? Those are some claws. Just trim her nails.
That used to be a person. An Asari. What have the Reapers done?
We are aware, Liara. How about you get angry about it? Pissed off Liara sounds productive.
the Great Hall. I've been trying to get there.
What are the Reapers doing here?
Harvesting us.
Oh, look.
They're turning us into those monsters. Please, you can't let that happen to Rila.
Almost makes the humans feel underwhelming since they're just husks, you know?
We need to find Relo fast. The bomb we're looking for is in the Great Hall.
Oh, but didn't you come to rescue people?
We'll try, but we can't leave this place standing, Valaire.
You sound like the commandos. They didn't stop to help anyone.
Valaire?
I'm sorry. Valaire!
The Great Hall. She's looking for Rila.
So we're all going. I wish I could jump off of cliffs and float my way
Meet you
down.
there.
Please be swift.
I mean, I guess Liara and Jarvik could go.
You'd need a crowbar to pry those doors open. This place was beautiful before the Reapers came.
You can definitely tell this is Asari architecture. Huh. Ah. How many of those guys are there? That's what I'm supposed to do. I keep forgetting to look at the armor, because I've got several new pieces of armor now that may or may not be aesthetically pleasing. I don't think there's any significant difference in performance. Let's go see if there's loot. Knew I saw a wall save. Here's candidates for supervised visits to Thessia. Approving everyone but Yanis. She's impulsive and cunning. And worst of all, romantic. Put the new girl in the holding chamber. Just to cars. Alright. Out of the way, people. We have some alien disciples to rescue. And another fireball. Fortunately, I've recharged, so I can say fireball. Alright, I've got the crazy recharge speed on the ice crystals. That's not the one I meant to click, but it works. That's a big old beam. Flanked you. That'll root him out. Oh no.
Another dead commando. The Asari should have rid themselves of the other Yakshi.
By rid themselves, you mean kill.
My people would never let such monsters walk among them.
They didn't care for the competition.
That's some interesting sparring there. Periscope. Not just a scope, not an optic, not a zoom. Periscope. So, I guess we're blind firing assault rifles without having to be blind. That's the ticket. I'm gonna put periscopes on guns. I guess that's a thing the Asari do. Now, cue my science rant. The way it's currently going, and the way I foresee armed conflict going in the future, a single soldier, we've got Shepard here as a perfect example, would probably not be anywhere near the front line and probably never exchange gunfire and would instead be a hub to operate and run a plethora of different drones, or at the very least some sort of big, heavy armored tank looking thing, kind of like the Cerberus Atlas, that's going to have all kinds of drones supporting it to carry extra ammo, spare parts, shields, deflectors, anti-missile systems, various probes and sensors galore to find and root out, tear gas, lasers, all the stuff, so that anyone and anything can be dealt with by this single individual, because the individual and all the time and training and investment into that one specific soldier is only going, the cost of that soldier is only going to increase. And the more of that cost there is, the less expendable the soldier becomes.
We found our bomb.
And Valaire.
I know.
It's not one of them yet. She can't be. She just needs to wake up.
The next generation of fighter craft, fighter jets, are going in that same direction. No longer will it be just an F-22, but it'll be an F-22 with a couple of drones carrying extra fuel, a couple of drones carrying extra missiles, a couple of drones carrying extra bombs, so you can deal with ground targets, because the F-22 is an air superiority fighter. And then there'll be extra ones for sensors, some that'll just have flare pods to destroy other missiles, some that'll just be suicide drones that will actively latch onto the missiles and cause them to detonate prematurely, and so on. And so that trend, I think, will continue, not just with ships. I think in the Navy is where it started. You have a carrier group with a carrier, and then you've got all the destroyers and frigates and submarines attached to that carrier group. And now we've got fighter planes, and it's becoming a thing. I mean, we have operational drones to do in-air refueling as of recording of this. And the other, things, if you have an F-22 with a bunch of AIM-120s for air superiority, you can have some drones following it around with some rock eyes just in case you need to hit something on the ground, so on and so forth. And the next step after doing that, we've got carriers and its supporting units, and we've got jets and their supporting units, and pretty soon we'll have tanks and all kinds of ground and probably aerial drones supporting the tank, scouting ahead, carrying parts, ammunition, providing distractions, alternate weapons, having machine guns or tow launchers to deal with infantry and other threats, anti-missile systems, trophy systems would be the appropriate term, carrying ground-mounted sidewinders to deal with potential attack helicopters and other such aerial threats. And after that, the individual soldier will get that kind of cloud of supporting infrastructure. So, here in the future, I don't know why that isn't the way we're fighting, and don't have all the, as our tech here, Lydia, all that kind of hacking and counter-hacking to try and get into their network and deal with and control their drones, and them trying to control your drones, and this big chess match where the people themselves are going to be far removed from the actual combat. How often in a game of chess are pawns traded for pawns before the king gets put in check? Catch my drift? Anyway, simple pleasures like video games. This looks like more than one bomb. I'm gonna check for loot, because that's what I do. It's got kind of a Halo vibe. You mind telling me what you're doing on that station? Sir, giving the Covenant back their bomb. Oh look, more dead commandos.
Rila? Rila, can you hear me?
Shove.
Why did she do that?
Because they've begun to turn into one of the Reaper's creatures. I'm sorry.
We came as fast as we could,
Set off that bomb?
loot notwithstanding.
Detonator. Commandos would have had one. We've got to find it.
Aha!
Later.
Samara, you're just gonna stand there and make a barrier? You're not gonna help fight? Are your daughters incapable of doing it themselves? I said, freeze. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Zap again. Come on. I don't know why I was having difficulties with buttons not doing the things I told the buttons to do.
Now, let's get back to that bomb.
Finding the detonator. Ah, she's got it on her. Makes sense. Or no, she's coming too.
So there, go. Take the elevator. Rena, what are you doing? It's too late, Rena. There are hundreds coming. Just go.
Ah, she has the detonator.
Move! No! Rena! I love you. Rena!
Is she allowed to say that? Ardagyachi. Is there going to be enough of her left to hit the button? Is another thing. Now, she did specify hundreds. And there's those big old nails I was talking about.
Not your slaves.
I think it's funny that there's beeping involved. And if it's not a big enough explosion, like, shouldn't it have blown up the whole blasted installation? Or, as I suggested earlier, exterminatus the planet? Just blow up the whole dang planet. It's the only way to be sure. Take off and nuke the site from orbit.
It wasn't even time to say goodbye.
Few can break the Reaper's hold. Rila's will was extraordinary, as was her love. We left her to die.
At least we know Asari have tear ducts.
Rila made her choice, and it has reminded me of what is truly important. Why I swore I'd lay down my life.
What is that?
Alea, the code demands an Ardagyachi cannot live outside a monastery that no longer exists.
She's just gonna freaking execute her own daughter.
By the Justicar's code, there is only one way to save the living.
Mother, no!
My daughters, you were all so much stronger.
Give me that. That is not what I thought she was gonna shoot her daughter.
Go. What are you doing? Fulfilling the code. By throwing your life away? I won't kill my last daughter. You won't have to. Alea. I'll stay here. Home. No matter what's become of it. Without a proper monastery, I can vote any time. I don't need a building to honor my own code. And if the Reapers return, they won't take me alive. I promise. Then, the code permits you to stay, as you are.
Sorry, you're so weird.
Once this war is over,
That is a lot of discipline.
my neighbor, I will visit as a just caution.
Leave her to rebuild her temple. Samara was get a war to fight.
I meant it when I saw the galaxy legion against the Reapers. You were right. It's past time I joined you.
Ha!
I'll fight in your army as shepherd, once I speak with Commander. I'll be waiting. Not for long.
More assets.
Thank you, my friend.
Everything's taken care of down here. Bring in the shuttle.
Right, Commander. I'll just follow the smoke.
That was a big old cliche.
So the Ardadakshi's monastery fell? Are they all neutralized?
It won't be a problem anymore.
Then they are at peace. And we can concentrate all resources on defense and evacuation.
Can you save many people?
Millions will be left behind when we withdraw, and that time is coming much too soon. Our thanks, Commander. We'll send what commandos we can to Admiral Hackett. I must go. Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on Vidcom.
It's gonna be Anderson again.
Commander, something on your mind?
Nothing more, sir.
Those are all options questions. Those are all questions we know the answers to. I want answers to war readiness. No, not Cerberus. Sorry, thank you. Sorry, Commandos, 20 points. Samara's 25 points, all by herself. So she is worth more than an unspecified number of Asari commandos. That looks like the lieutenant from Thessia that is, I'm pretty sure, dead. Now, we did a thing. That's an episode. And the next one, we will go back to the Citadel and deliver the last will of one of these Asari. It's grim business that must be done.